And welcome back to This Week in Roane County. I'm Julia Hurley, and we are here speaking with David Coffey about the SCORE initiative, about Race to the Top, Tennessee's diploma programs, how exciting the education is right now in Roane County. We were just talking about where Roane County stands compared to the rest of the state. David, can you give us a little more information on that?
Please, I'm pleased to do that because Roane County has a unique advantage, frankly, with Roane State Community College sitting right in the heart of the county. It has such an advantage, it's incredible. Other people can be very envious of having that main campus right in the county. The other part about Roane State Community College is that those kids who go to that college come out after 2 years of college, they come out ahead of the kids at UT who have gone through 2 years of college. Those numbers are recorded on the state data. And so you get a great education at Roane State Community College, and you get it at very low cost. You get it with less distraction than you get at a state university, frankly. It's more exciting for a lot of the kids, I guess for all the kids, to go to a big university. But in terms of the education, you can get those first 2 years at Roane State make a big difference. That's one thing. The other is that Roane State Community College is offering dual credit courses, where someone who's in high school can team up with Roane State and pick up on some, especially these math and science classes that are more difficult to handle, some of the new requirements. Some of that can be done with Roane State Community College, and some of the high schools in Roane County are already doing it. That's the good part. Not all of them, and not for all the courses that we'd like to see, but part of them are already underway. The dual credit course is a big thing. Dr. Goff and his staff at Roane State is a huge asset for Roane County. Now, where are we? If you look at the pre-K through 3 record for Roane County, or for any other county, frankly, in Tennessee, you can't find it. That data is not recorded by the state. Many of the school districts do have the testing and do record that information for themselves, but the state up to this time has not required that. I believe under the Race to the Top, we will develop that. The State Board of Education will come with those particular reports coming in, but so far we don't have a unified report across the state, so we can't really say exactly where we are in that regard. Middle schools you can see exactly. Actually, if you go to education-consumers.org, you will be able to look up any schools, and the middle schools in particular. The whole thing is covered, very well covered. What you'll find is that our middle schools in Roane County rank anywhere from number 58 in the state to number 450 in the state among 525 schools. So if you look at all the schools and all the middle schools in Tennessee, we have one middle school that ranks number 58, very high ranking. We have one as low as 450, and this is in terms of how much they're learning during those years, the middle school years, in reading and mathematics, which are the 2 areas that we hear from the colleges and from the businesses are so lacking, is the literacy and numeracy. Those 2 parts are so critical for everything else that's learned that we just have to get that part. So we do have some needs there at the middle schools. They're not up where they should be yet, but some are doing quite well. Some are in the top 10%, as I indicate, and some not quite so well. High school, I first thought that there's no way you can measure the high school academic performance. There's just too much goes on in the high school. When you think about art and the music programs and other academic programs and try to put that all together, but in fact, there is a good measure of the high school academic progress, and that is a composite ACT. Composite ACT score covers 4 main areas, and it does give you a good measure of how much the kids are learning. The good part is that Tennessee does this with a projection. First of all the students coming into the high school, we know what those children, by their previous track record, are expected to get in their composite ACT. Now, if a high school does better than that, it's obviously a crackerjack high school. They're doing a great job. If they are doing worse than that, we need some help. We need some things going on. The composite ACTs for Roane County, they rank anywhere from number 43 down to number 279 out of 302 schools, high schools in Tennessee. So Roane County High School is the best at number 43 in their ranking on the composite ACT gains. And you can get that straight off of the state website for education, the state report card it's called. And but rank all the way down as far as number 279 out of 302. So we've got work to do there too. We can do it, and we will do it. I think the new requirements from the Race to the Top and our commitment to the program that's going on with that, we will get there. But one of the big things, I think, and the reason I'm here talking to you, Julia, and trying to encourage folks along, is that we need the public to get behind us, to recognize what the situation is, to work with the schools, to work with the school boards, to encourage them to look at those academics, to review them critically, and to try to get the changes made that are needed, that need to be made. Some of those changes are painful. When I asked one superintendent, why is this particular school so bad in mathematics here at 4th grade? What is the problem there? And he looked at me and said, we know what the problem is and we're working on it. I said, what is the problem? He said, we have a teacher who doesn't know mathematics. Oh, that does hurt. And it's a difficult, it's a management problem, and you've got to leave it to the management. But the pressure is on them to actually perform, and it's on the principals to perform, especially now under the new law. And we'll get those problems worked out. Many times the teacher just needs some retraining, and a lot of that is built into the Race to the Top. For principals and for superintendent and for the teachers, there's a lot of retraining built into it to try to get them back on the track where we can do what we ought to be doing.
Who is going to be reviewing the principals and the teachers? Just real quick, do we know?
Who's going to be in charge of that? I don't know.
Do we know the answer to that question yet?
I know the answer to that one very quickly. I think it would be very easy to find out. Almost certainly it would be reviewed right up the line, the State Board of Education. Right now, I know when I met with Knox County and looked at what they're doing, they have somebody specific for that.
Well, let me tell you what, we are absolutely going to have you back on again, because there's just so much education information out there that you know it all, and we really appreciate your time and consideration for our show today. For the citizens of Roane County, please visit TennesseeScore.org, visit education-consumers.org. Encourage your teachers, encourage your school boards, go out there and talk and volunteer. Citizens, get together. Thanks so much for visiting today. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Julia Hurley with This Week in Roane County.